Southside Bar and Grill, located at 229 West Randall Street in Coopersville. Every Tuesday night is $2 tacos. Log on to the website, southsidebarcoopersville.com, and see what other items they have available on their menu. Then you can conveniently place your order online. Check out their patio for these nice fall nights. Check out their Facebook page for all the latest meal deals they have. That is Southside Bar and Grill.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Broncos Radio YouTube channel. I'm Scott Morgan. Doing the play-by-play tonight will be Bo Harris, and caller for tonight is Caleb Ashby. Gentlemen, welcome to the show, and get ready for a great game. Bo, take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much, Scott. We appreciate everyone that's back at home watching us. Tonight we got a JV football matchup between the Coopersville Broncos and the visiting Sparta Spartans. Looking forward for a fun game of football. Two teams that have great history. Always have great teams at every level. And Caleb, what are you looking for tonight out of the Broncos JV team?
I think the Broncos JV team are going to have a great game up front, running the ball. And I think it's going to be a battle between the Broncos and the Spartans.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Sparta will be kicking. Broncos will start with the ball early. Kicking off for the Broncos is number 34. Back deep for the Broncos is Jaden Timmons and Devin Keitlinger. Yeah. Already missed one person on the roster, but yeah, number 34 will be kicking off for the Spartans. Again, a name to watch tonight is Jaden Timmons. We talked about a lot last week. Finally caught one pass, broke it away, and kind of changed the game for the Broncos, which led him to a win over Lowell in a last-minute touchdown. So that was huge. We'll see how they can battle back and bounce off that win going into Sparta tonight. Ref blows the whistle, we're off. Sparta kicks it deep. That is a great kick. Jaden Timmons is going to catch it around the 3-yard line, and he is off and running. Got some good blocks in front of him, running hard. Gets brought down around the 25-yard line. Coach came in totaling up the offense. Couple big boys up front I see is Jacob Bubba Emerald. You got Durston Bruins, Bubba Nelson, Sam Kaiser, and Sammy Bravo leading the way up front for the Broncos. Caleb, what do you know about those 5 dudes up front?
I know all those 5 guys are hard workers, and they're ready to get to battle in the trenches.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Coach came in, Coach Homer Hill, do a great job up front of teaching the linemen just fundamentals of football and what to do and win. In the backfield appears to be Andon Arnold at quarterback, Ben Skinner beside him. Receivers consist of Carter Patrick, Lance Osterhart, Chase Thompson, and Jaden Timmons. Ball's placed on the far hash, Andon Arnold in the gun. He takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. Andon Arnold already has running room early in this game, and that's what you like to see, a big gain of about 9 and a huge hole already from this JV offensive line.
Yeah, that's going to be a first down for the Broncos, and you couldn't name a better start.
Yeah, 100%, especially when you get that quarterback running the ball. Definitely makes the defense question it because that's just one more person they have to stop.
We got Devin Keitlinger running in the play for the Broncos.
Yeah, excited to see what Devin Keitlinger can do tonight. Plays super hard, practices super hard, hard-working kid. Ball's placed on the near hash this time. 3 receivers to the far side. Andon takes a snap, going to hand it off to Ben Skinner. Big hole, and that's a nice little pickup for the Broncos. Nothing too major.
You can never complain about a gain of 3.
On the tackle for the Spartans, Nolan Klein, number 12.
Carter Patrick running in the play call for Andon Arnold. I know Coach Kamen's pretty fired up about this series. He's got a bunch of friends over at Sparta, former coach on the staff, so, he always looks forward to this one. Definitely has it marked on his calendar. Andon Arnold's going to take the snap, hand it off to Skinner again. Skinner finds a crease, and he breaks it. Breaks a couple tackles and picks up a chunk of yards after the first hit.
That's number 8, Dylan Randolph on the tackle.
Yeah, Sparta seems to have some pretty big kids on their defense. A lot of athletes out there. So we'll see what this Spartan defense can do.
Yeah, you're looking at, number 63 there in the line. Guys, he looks pretty nice size there, Joseph Waldner. He's the first person I look at and go, wow, he's got some good size there for the Spartans.
Yeah, 100%. Super long-looking kid, so definitely a name we'll be watching tonight, and we'll see what he can do for the Sparta defense. Amaral snapping the ball. Gives his hand to Arnold for the pass. He's looking deep for Jaden Timmons. He's got the defender beat. Jaden Timmons makes the catch and goes down at the 5-yard line. Huge gain there for the Broncos. That was a great ball by Andon Arnold, dropping it in the basket. Jaden Timmons making the catch, picking up some extra yards, and that brings them down to the 7-yard line.
You know, and that's number 8, Randolph on the tackle again, saving them a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, definitely big for a defensive back like Randolph there. Even if he doesn't do his coverage assignment perfectly, just running down, making a tackle. I mean, stopping 6 points is a huge part of the defense.
Yep.
Arnold takes a snap, looking to capitalize and get in the end zone after that big pass. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Andon takes a snap, hands it off to Skinner, who's running hard, breaks a tackle, picks up a nice gain of about 2 there.
Looks like number 15, Ashton Bitely, was in on the tackle for the Spartans.
Yeah, definitely got some dudes on the defense flying around from the second level making plays.
This is the Coopersville Heating Cooling Red Zone plays here. They are our sponsor tonight for the Red Zone, Coopersville Heating and Cooling.
And Arnold's going to break the snap. We'll see what we can do here. Wouldn't surprise me if Coach Kamen stays on the ground and trusts the big boys up front. Arnold takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself on the right side, and he's going to get in for the Broncos touchdown. There we go. Didn't take long. Andon Arnold already in the end zone. That's what you like to see. And, I mean, after the game last week, you really just, love seeing scoring early because we sat up here in the booth for, 4 quarters last week, and we were like, this is going to be a defensive battle. So Broncos definitely worked hard all week on that, getting that offense going, and it shows early with a big score from Andon Arnold.
Yeah, the offensive line there, Bo, just did a nice job of clearing things out and letting Andon just kind of sneak in there and, punch it through. Gives the Broncos 6, and the PAT is good. There we go. Who kicked the PAT? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Simon Kelly
There
kicking
we
the PAT. Kids really got a boot on him, that's for sure.
We'll be back after this message here on Broncos Radio YouTube channel.
Steve Salinas and his crew at All Pro Plumbing and Heating want you to know that they are there to help you with all your plumbing needs. You can shop at their place at 292 Main Street to pick up those parts that you need for your plumbing project. He has experienced help there at the store to answer any questions that you may have. However, if you're like me and hate plumbing, you can call him at 616-771-8500 and have him or one of his staff do all the work for you while you enjoy some time fishing or watching TV. That's All Pro Plumbing and Heating, our hit of the game sponsor.
Yep. There you go, Bo.
We're back here on Bronco Radio. If you missed it and you're just joining us, the Broncos got their first drive started early. Some highlights from the first drive: hard running from Ben Skinner, a great pass from Andon Arnold, Jaden Timmons to put him on the 7-yard line, and then Andon Arnold capitalized with a rushing touchdown of his own after that. So that's a huge way to start for the Broncos. They're up 7-0, 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Santos Martinez kicking for the Broncos. Nice little squib kick on the ground, recovered by number 1, who's running hard, but a nice hit right there by 27.
That's Colton Rebedu on the tackle, and it looked like number 10, Devin Keitlinger, also almost was in on that one.
Yeah, great play there by Colton Rebedu. I mean, flying down there with a full head of steam, laying the boomstick on the Sparta player, and, I mean, special teams win football games, so that's what you like to see.
Yeah, great coverage there by the Broncos. Let's see what they can do defensively, and let's see what the Spartan offense has for us.
Gavin Ring will be playing quarterback for the Spartans. He's going to be under center, 2 wings on the field, running back behind him. Ring's going to send a man in motion far side. He's going to hand it off to him. That's number 3, Anders Reese. He's going to pick up a nice little gain of about 4 there. Tackled by a gang of Broncos. One name I saw in there was number 54, Jack Wilkinson.
Oh, Jack Wilkinson. That kid is a worker, and it's great to see him get in on that tackle.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, living on the legacy of wearing number 54. If you're a Broncos fan, you know Gabe Van Sicklen. I mean, Jack Wilkinson's working hard to fill those shoes.
Yeah, and I think he has a chance.
Gavin Ring under center. Checking out the defense. Sends another man in motion. He's going to hand it up the middle. That's number 15. That's Ashton Bitely.
And that's number 56, Clayton Miller, on the tackle for the Broncos.
Yeah, so Bitely will be taking the snaps from the running back position. We got Gavin Ring at quarterback. Couple different dudes going to the wing position, moving in motion. One of them is Anders Reese, who we've seen move the ball or run the ball already.
And that's number 50, Sean Bingley, checking in the game for the Broncos. He could be a force to be reckoned with on the defensive line.
Anders Reese under center. Seemed to be movement early or something. Miscommunication with the center. Fumble is recovered by the Spartans. Dead play there. Not something you want on 3rd and short. I mean, Caleb, as a center, how important is it to just get the ball to your quarterback?
Yeah, as coaches always tell me, objective number 1 is to get the ball to the quarterback, because without that, you don't have a football play.
Yeah, 100%. It all starts up front. And, I mean, it really starts with the center, because if he can't get the ball off, doesn't matter how good the blocking is, because you ain't going nowhere. And that's what we saw there with the Spartans. Back to punt is number 3, Anders Reese. Back to return is Jaden Timmons. Reese's punt is up, and it's a good one. Gets to Timmons pretty quickly, who catches it. And it looks like he might have a crease on the outside. He's breaking it, and there he goes down the sideline. Got one man to beat, but number 43 does make the tackle. Great stop there for the Spartans. It's another name that we do not have, but, I mean, last-minute tackle to save a 6-point score from number 43. That's huge for the Spartans.
Yeah, big coverage play there by the Spartans. Can't allow special teams touchdowns.
34 is Connor.
Coach Kamen holding up the offense.
If you're in need of a painter, then look no further. Painter Man is a local-owned company that specializes in interior and exterior painting. No job is too big or too small. So give owner Eric Brink a call at 616-862-9652 for your free estimate.
We're back here. Andon Arnold takes a snap. He's going to give it to Ben Skinner. Very high tackle. There is flags down. Definitely some contact that the Sparta Spartans didn't mean to do intentionally, but just something you don't like, because there's the yellow towel on the field. And that will be a flag on the Spartans, which will move the ball forward.
Yeah, you can't have penalties defensively, especially when you make a big tackle like that. You can't ruin a big play like that for your defense.
Yeah, a 15-yard penalty on the horse collar there. We'll move the ball pretty good for the Broncos, and I mean, after last week's offensive performance, we said it already, it's not that they played bad. They moved the ball. They just couldn't find the end zone. And we're moving the ball early, and we're in the Coopersville Heating and Cooling red zone again, so hopefully we can punch it into the end zone.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at Andon Arnold here. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, 100%. We'll see what he can do. Speaking of Andon Arnold, he takes a snap, and he will keep it himself up the middle. And, I mean, Caleb called that one. That's a Broncos touchdown again. Andon Arnold.
Hey, what can I say? It's like I almost had a crystal ball there on that one. Andon Arnold with the huge touchdown for the Broncos, and it looks like the offensive line is happy stepping off that field.
Yeah, 100%. I saw a huge block there from Sam Kaiser to open a huge hole for Andon Arnold. And, I mean, Tony Romo up here in the booth next to me just knows football so good that he knew exactly what was going on there.
What can I say? I have so much ball knowledge.
Simon Kelly's kick is up. And that kick is good to give the Broncos a 14-0 lead early, and Coach Kamen is on the field ecstatic. He is loving it. What was that?
We're going to take a break.
Oh, we're going to take a break here on Broncos Radio with your score, Broncos 14, Sparta 0.
Fall is just around the corner, and it's time to get your food plots well-groomed for hunting season. Cater to nature's best with top-notch brands like Whitehall Institute, Midwestern Wildlife Zone, and various bulk options from your friendly neighborhood family-owned hardware store. That is Coopersville Hardware and Feed.
And we are back. The Broncos will be kicking off to the Spartans with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in this ball game after a huge touchdown from Andon Arnold.
Yeah, 100%. And down on the field, I just want to give a special shout-out to number 81, That is my guy, Max Novak. He is an exchange student down there playing football for the first time. I mean, he is loving it. So, I mean, every play that he gets in, he's going to take advantage of. And I just love to see that kid down there just hustling down the field, trying to make every play he can.
Yeah, you know, Max, he's in my government class, and he is a smart kid and just works hard.
Yeah, 100%. Government class definitely wasn't my specialty, but I love to see that he's taking it and learning a lot and enjoying his time here in America.
He's from Poland.
Ooh, Poland. Don't know if they have football over there, but I'm glad he's on our team here.
He said he's played a little bit of rugby, and that's the closest thing he's seen to football.
Definitely has that physicality in him. Gavin Ring under center for the Spartans. Ball's placed on the near hash. Man in motion, and someone jumps off sides for the Broncos. That will be called back, or they will be moving forward.
That is number 30, Kofi Biney for the Broncos jumping off sides.
Yeah, definitely when the man went in motion. I mean, as a DN, you're watching the ball, but he must have seen some feet move and got a little excited and jumped off sides. So hopefully he can bounce back from that one and make some big plays.
You know, after watching that, he's probably hungry to make a tackle, and let's see what he can do on this play.
Gavin Ring under center again for the Spartans. Ball placed on the near hash. One receiver to the short side. Man in motion towards the near side. It's number 2, Evan Robinson, and he gets met at the line.
Wow, what a play by Jaden Timmons there to get off a block and make the play.
Yeah, Jaden Timmons flying around at DB, flying around at receiver. I mean, this kid's a workhorse. When he's on the field, nothing's stopping him. He always has a full head of steam, and he gets after it down there. Definitely one of my favorite players to watch on this Broncos team.
The kid is definitely a ball player.
Yeah, also in on that tackle was Ben Skinner, running back and linebacker.
You know, there's two great two-way players there for the Broncos.
Man in motion. Ring's going to take the snap, and he's looking for a pass. He's looking deep. He does have a man.
Ooh.
And that pass is complete for the Spartans. That is a huge gain for this Sparta offense. Seemed like there was a blown coverage there in the Broncos defense. Taking a couple steps downhill instead of back in the secondary is something that you definitely can't do, especially against an offense like this when it's very run-heavy. But, I mean, when they can throw it, a team like Sparta historically has great quarterbacks that can throw.
You know, and that's a big play for the Spartans. After coming off to a rough start, it's big to get a chunk play like that, and let's see how they can respond.
Yeah, for sure. Ball's placed on the far hash. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ring's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle, but there is nowhere to go on that play.
There is number 30, Kofi Biney, with the big tackle. He got his get back after jumping off sides earlier in the drive.
Yeah, 100%. There we go. Caleb said he was hungry to make a tackle, and I mean, that one definitely felt good as he pretty much manhandled that dude for a gain of nothing.
Great play. Let's see what the Spartans can do on this one.
Sparta breaks the huddle. Very slow-paced offense, huddling up after every play. Definitely not something we're used to here in Coopersville. Ring's going to take the snap, and it's going to be a little counter look to number 15.
It's number 30, Kofi Biney, again on the tackle. He's a real physical kid, and he's getting after it out there.
He is fired up. He's high-fiving his teammates. That's definitely a candidate for the Coopersville Dental Associates Perfect Smile Award. So, I mean, that's just what you love to see down there, is a true leader on the field, getting his team fired up, making plays, and, I mean, just not crediting himself but his teammates for his great plays he's making.
You got to love a team player, and it looks like he's doing his best out there to help the Broncos get a stop.
Ring under center. We'll see what the Spartans do here. Man in motion. It's going to be another pass. Ring's dropping back. This one seems to be covered pretty well. He does find a dude in the flats. Pushed out of bounds eventually by Carter Patrick. And it seems like it might be just a yard short of the first. We'll see if the refs tell him to move him. Either way, a nice gain of about 9 there.
This one's going to be very close on 4th down. Let's see what the Spartans have to offer for the Broncos.
Yeah, Evan Robinson had that last grab. Good gain for the Broncos. And we'll see if the D-line can come up big. Wouldn't surprise me if Anton Arnold and Skinner brought pressure. And it's going to be a quarterback keep up the middle, and that definitely will be enough for the 1st down. Great call there by the Spartans, hurrying up to the line, getting under center, snapping the ball, and just going. Seemed like the D-line wasn't quite ready for it, and that was enough for the 1st down.
You know, it looks like the Broncos are spaced out defensively, so what a play call by the Spartan head coach.
Yeah, on the tackle there is number 71, Jason Monroe.
Ooh, the Cookie Monster.
One of the Bronco radio fan favorites, so, I mean, I love calling that kid's name every Thursday night. Ring under center. Sends a man in motion. Gonna hand it off, going left. Carter Patrick looks like he's going to make the tackle in the backfield, and he does. What a play by Carter Patrick, getting off a block, getting his hands on the running back, and making the tackle.
That was Reese on the carry for the Spartans, trying to get the edge, but Carter Perry got there quicker.
Yeah, great play there by Carter Patrick.
Carter Patrick, excuse me.
And that will bring an end to the first quarter with your lead, Coopersville 14, Sparta 0. We'll be back after this.
That'll be the end of the first quarter.
Keeping you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. That is Coopersville Heating and Cooling, serving the heating and cooling needs of our residential and commercial customers of West Michigan for nearly 20 years. Call them today at 616-837-1312 or follow them on their Facebook page. That is Coopersville Heating and Cooling.
We're back on Bronco Radio, second quarter JV football action. Your Coopersville Broncos lead 14-0 over the Sparta Spartans. And, I mean, just one thing that's really stood out early is no matter where on the field these teams are at, both teams are battling their hustle and they got grit. And, I mean, that's just something you love to see at this level, as the JV level is meant to develop these kids onto the varsity level. And, I mean, that's definitely something that both these coaches are doing, because you can see these kids have heart and passion for the game.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. These Broncos are trying to work at a stop after the Spartans had a big catch last in the first quarter there. Sorry. Let's see what the Spartans have to offer for the Broncos defense, though, as they try and get into the end zone.
Yeah, and I mean, one name we've heard a lot is Gavin Ring. He's doing a great job of throwing the football around and leading the Spartans offense. Gavin Ring's under center for the Spartans. He's going to send a man in motion. And there is movement on the Broncos defensive line again. And, I mean, that motion's just really getting them to move. It's definitely something they haven't seen yet this year. And every time someone seems to go in motion, the D-line seems like they're flinching. So, I mean, discipline is something they need to work on in the second half.
Yeah, you know, that was number 30 again. He's having a big game so far, and he's eager to get across that line.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, some kids, you can see their legs twitching. They're so excited to make a hit. One of those dudes we got on the varsity team is Jaden Henderson. I mean, see that kid down there doing water boy right now? And, I mean, that kid is mean on the football field, and he loves to hit.
Yes, he does. He's a physical football player.
Gavin Ring under center, scanning the defense, sends a man in motion. It's going to be a pass. He drops back, looks to have someone in the back of the end zone. He airs it out, but that pass is incomplete. Great coverage there by Devin Keitlinger.
Yeah, Devin Keitlinger. He's a workaholic out there, but it looks like the Spartan wide receiver there had a step on him, but the quarterback just couldn't place a good enough ball.
Yeah, and great routes being ran by Sparta right now. It seems like every time they throw the ball, someone does break loose into the secondary. So Coach Ritzma down there, head coach, is definitely going to have to talk to this Broncos secondary and see what they can do differently to fix that, because we can't allow those deep shots downfield.
I mean, all that matters is the Broncos got to stop to bring up a fourth down here.
Thanks, Caleb. Gavin Ring sends a man in motion. He's going to drop back. He will be passing again. It's going to be a nice little throwback, but Colin Rebedu is there to make the play for the Broncos.
Great play by Rebedu to just stay home. You know, they tried to run out the opposite direction and throw it in the flats, but Rebedu stayed home and made a play.
Yeah, and that is just discipline from a kid like Colin Rebedu, who just knows football, knows what he's doing, and makes a great play.
Rebedu is also very great at dirt bike racing.
Yeah, chains must have been a little messed up there, because it said it was fourth down, but right now is bringing up a fourth down.
Wow, a field goal attempt here for the Spartans. You don't see that very often on the JV level.
Yeah, Carter DeGraff will be kicking. 31-yarder, and that is a good boot, but it seems to be just left as that kick is incomplete. But that one really came off the foot hard. I mean,
yeah, you know, that kid has a boot on him. It makes me wonder what their varsity kicker is looking like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Kid definitely has potential to maybe be kicking tomorrow night for the Spartans varsity.
That could be the case, but he missed just a little bit left on that field goal, but almost had it.
I got you here. AAA Lawn Care Offensive Player of the Game sponsor. Check out their Facebook page, the AAA Lawn Care, or visit their website, AAALawnCare.com, where they've been setting the standard for honesty and quality fertilization since 1984, folks. We're back to Bo as the Broncos take over after the missed field goal.
Yeah, Broncos take over on offense. Andon Arnold on the offense looking to capitalize. They're going to start with a run up the middle by Andon Arnold. Going to be tackled by a swarm of Spartans, and seemed to be some miscommunication there as Andon Arnold took the ball. Ben Skinner kind of turned around and gave him a look like, why is the ball not in my hands? But
yeah, you know, that looked like it was some sort of read option play from the Broncos. But Andon thought it was his time to shine, but there was a few Spartan defenders there to stop him.
And, I mean, when you can run the ball like Andon Arnold, there's not a doubt in my mind that he wants to run the ball every single play. So, I mean, definitely not a mistake as he has confidence in himself, which we love to see, and we'll see how he can respond. Ben Skinner takes the ball. Oh, and he does get tripped up on a great shoelace tackle there. Looked to be number 63, Joseph Waldner, D-tackle, making the play.
Yeah, you know, something that comes to mind for me is it looks like number 34, the kicker we were just talking about, is out at defensive end, so quite an athlete.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, a multi-tool, versatile guy that plays a bunch of different positions for the Spartans, so definitely a name we'll be watching tonight.
The DeGraffs up in Sparta, they've been up there for quite some time. We've been doing this for 15 years, and it seems like about every third or fourth year there's always a DeGraff on the Sparta team.
You know, it seems like good athletics runs in those families.
And Arnold's going to sprint left. That's a pass he's going to have. Oh, but could not hold on. It's number 33, Ben Skinner. Running back leaked out on the opposite side of the field. Andon Arnold had him wide open, put in the bucket, but just hit him in a bad spot, and, I mean, he could not hold on. Coach Kamen doesn't seem too happy about that one.
Yeah, Coach doesn't seem too happy. The Broncos might be punting the ball away here as number 34, Santos Martinez, is calling a huddle.
We'll see what Santos can do here and how deep he can boot this. There is two dudes back for the Spartans. That is number 2, Evan Robinson, and number 12, Nolan Klein.
There could be some misdirection back there. I've seen that on some punt returns when they have two people back deep.
High snap. Santos makes an athletic play to catch it. His punt is up, and his punt is pretty good. Moving in. It does touch a Sparta defender, but someone does get on it. Got me excited there for a second as it bounced off a dude on the Sparta punt return that was not paying attention, but number 4, Gavin Ring, did get on top of it.
Yeah, you know, good heads-up play by Gavin Ring, but for the other Spartan defenders there, you just got to run away. You don't want that ball to hit you, and the ball, you never know how it's going to bounce.
Yeah, for sure. Broncos defense coming up, looking to get another stop on the Sparta offense. A couple dudes I see out there are Colton Rebedu, Ben Skinner, Andon Arnold, Carter Patrick, Santos Martinez, Devin Keitlinger. And, of course, the big Broncos D-line, which, I mean, just is the heart and soul of this defense.
You know, got
Ring under center, sends a man in motion. Another dude jumps, but they do not call it. A couple Broncos in on that tackle.
One I saw was number 27, Colton Rebedu. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. And also number 30, Kofi Biney. Definitely been making plays every time they run it his way. It seems like he has at least a hand on the defender to slow him down. And, I mean, that's big from the defensive line position, just out there, physical guy making plays with his hands.
Yeah, and, you know, number 30, Kofi Biney, I believe this is his first year playing football, and it's just great to see a guy out there who's never played football before just having a fun time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a kid that works hard. He learned quick. I saw him in the weight room a lot this winter, and, I mean, just definitely getting the minutes he's worked for and the minutes he's deserved. Ring drops back to pass. Throws it behind the receiver for an incompletion there.
You know, there's a couple Broncos around him.
Yeah, first time tonight that we don't see a play action pass. He actually dropped straight back and delivered that one. So Sparta definitely has a pretty wide variety playbook, and we'll see if they continue to open it up as they are down 14-0 right now with 6:20 left in the first half. Score here for the Spartans would be huge. See what the Broncos defense can do to stop that. Ring sends a man in motion. He's going to drop back to pass. He's rolling right. Looks to have a man. Slings it out. Completes the catch. It's number 2 on the catch. That is Evan Robinson.
Number 10, Devin Keitlinger on the tackle, back there at safety for the Broncos. And they call it safety for a reason, you know. He's the last-ditch effort for the Broncos there, and he makes a touchdown-saving tackle.
That is a Spartan first down as they are moving the chains on this Bronco defense. The air raid definitely seems their go-to right now, as every time they throw it, it seems like they can find a crease in the defense.
Yeah, you know, they're catching the Broncos off guard with that one.
Yeah, Ring under center is going to take the snap, hand it up the middle, but there is not much of a gain there. Fighting, breaking a couple tackles and moving the pile, but going down is number 15, Ashton Bitely.
That was number 30, Kofi Biney on the tackle again, and he got up a little happy there. It seems like he's having a great game.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Couple subs going in for the Broncos. Coming off the field is Sean Bingley and Eli Cooley. Great name I love to call a lot, Eli Cooley.
Eli Cooley, he's just a great kid.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, knowing these kids personally definitely makes it a lot more fun to call their games, just knowing what they're like, knowing their attributes, their strengths and weaknesses, and just love watching them play football.
Yeah, you know, but the Spartans are making it interesting here.
Down the sideline, and that is number 2, Evan Robinson, does get in for the Sparta touchdown.
Oh, it looks like they're calling him short.
They will be marking him down on the 1 yard line, which from our angle, it looked like he got into the end zone untouched, so I wonder if he unintentionally stepped out there, so we'll see.
Number 24, Owen Zam, could have been there to push him out.
Yeah, well, the Sparta offense should be able to take it in pretty easily, and that's what they do. That is a touchdown, number 4, Gavin Ring, to put the Spartans on the board.
Yeah, you know, like I said earlier, that Bronco defensive line is sort of spaced out, so in short yardage situations, the Spartans can just QB sneak it right up the middle.
Yeah, for sure. And when they run that play, Caleb, I believe it's a silent count, and the quarterback doesn't even say anything. He just gives the center a little push, and, I mean, they're live. So it's definitely different for the D-line to not hear that cadence and kind of just know mentally when to get set.
Yeah, you know, as a center, that's got to be fun.
Yeah, Carter DeGraff's PAT is good, and, I mean, that kid really has a boot on him. That is impressive.
He almost sent that one into the cornfields around Coopersville High School.
Yeah, good thing we got this great new big video board to block the cornfields from getting harmed, but Coopersville holds the lead after a Sparta score. Broncos 14, Sparta 7.
And here's a word from our sponsors.
If you're in need of a painter, look no further. Painter Man is a locally owned company that specializes in interior and exterior painting. Owner Eric Brink and his crew also offer power washing, deck staining, trim, ceiling, and cabinet painting. No job is too big or too small, so give them a call at 862-9652 for your free estimate. Also like Painter Man on Facebook to see pictures of his work and get the latest deals. That is the Painter Man, our sponsor of the Defensive Player of the Game.
We're back here on Bronco Radio, Coopersville JV football. Broncos versus Sparta Spartans. The Broncos lead 14-7, 4:48 to go left in the second half. DeGraff's kick is up and it's deep. Devin Keitlinger catches it around the 5 and he's off and running. Looks to find a gap. Devin Keitlinger running hard and he will bring it out to about the 30-yard line. Finally gets brought down by a pack of Spartans.
You know, Devin Keitlinger was returning that one with a full head of steam, and the Spartans are lucky to get in the way of him on that one.
Yeah, great hard running there by Devin Keitlinger. Seems like every time he touches the ball, he tries to take advantage of it.
Yeah, you know, Devin Keitlinger, he's always hungry for a touchdown.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us tonight, the Coopersville freshman team did pull away an impressive win over the Broncos, 35-0, and a name I'd like to highlight is Wyatt LaRock, freshman quarterback. Just played an outstanding football game tonight. He can run it, he can throw it, he can do everything. So definitely a kid that working hard, and the results are showing as he did great for the Broncos offense at the freshman level. Another name standing out is Annan Arnold, quarterback of the JV team. Just handed it off to Ben Skinner. Ben's looking for the outside, but not really much where to go.
Good blocking there by number 63, Durston Bruins on the edge.
Durston Bruins, big, strong kid. Definitely can move some people. Tackled by DeGraff for the Spartans.
Man, that DeGraff kid, one athlete. Making plays on defense, making kicks.
Yeah, not much times you can say the kicker makes plays. I mean, I'd love to see Simon Kelly go play some DB, but not sure what will be happening. Jaden Timmons is in one-on-one coverage at the bottom of the field. Andon Arnold's going to fake the mesh, but will keep it himself, and he is off and running. Andon Arnold makes it a few dudes miss, lowers his shoulder. There is a flag down on the field.
Yeah, it looks like that one might be coming back, holding on the play.
Yeah, a couple Broncos offensive linemen didn't seem to run very far downhill, so they must know something we don't.
Yeah, and even though it's going to be called back, Andon Arnold with the keeper there and having a great run, I don't think Ben Skinner is going to be too upset about that one.
So we'll bring up a Broncos 2nd and 15 here. We'll see if they can go back to the air. Andon Arnold's having a great night in the pass game, connecting with Jaden Timmons for a huge one on the first drive, set up the Broncos score. We'll see what they can do here.
It appears one of the Broncos coaches is sitting around the 25-yard line of the opposite field. Maybe he's expecting a touchdown on this play.
Hey, I mean, Coach Roberts is looking like he's down there ready to celebrate. Either that or something about the D-line's off, and he's thinking about how to fix it. Either or should be in good hands. Arnold's going to take the snap and keep it himself again. He's off and running, breaking a few tackles, moving the pile, and, I mean, this kid can run, that's for sure.
Wow, Andon Arnold on the carry. His brother is a former Bronco. He had a great season for the varsity Broncos last season. Strong runner, and it looks like Andon's keeping it in the family.
Yeah, it seems to be like we give a shout-out to Evan Arnold every single week, a former Bronco player. But, I mean, sorry, Evan, but I think Andon might run harder than you.
Oh, wow. That's a strong statement, but he could be proving himself here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And I know if Evan's at home watching that one, he's definitely punching the air right now, upset about that one. And a couple of lineman blocks on that one, putting D linemen on the ground. Bubba Amaral and Durston Bruins picking up some pancakes.
Pancakes for Bubba Amaral and Durston Bruins. As a center, offensive lineman, you don't love to see anything else.
Yeah. Oh, definitely the 76 Diner, that's for certain. Best pancakes around. Bronco radio or not, man, I love the Diner. Andon Arnold takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself again, and then he's off and running again, picking up a huge chunks of yards for the Broncos.
Wow, Andon Arnold having a strong game here for the Broncos, and it's only the second quarter.
Carter Patrick coming off the field for the Broncos.
Looks like Devin Keitlinger's running in the play for the Broncos here.
1st and 10 for Coopersville at the Sparta 35. 2:05 left to go in the first half. Broncos are moving the ball effortlessly right now. We'll see what they can do. Andon Arnold takes the snap, going to hand it up the middle to Ben Skinner, and there goes Ben Skinner off and running. Got one man to beat, but is brought down by the Sparta defender at the 10-yard line.
And I was going to comment on it before the play, but number 4, Jaden Timmons, the guy lined up across from him, has his shoulder pad sticking out of his jersey. It seems like Jaden Timmons is having a real physical game on the outside blocking, and it showed there for Ben Skinner.
Yeah, I mean, we see pancakes up front constantly if you're watching Coopersville football. I mean, the offensive line's been great for years, but, I mean, I think standing out is Jaden Timmons making blocks on the secondary as well, so maybe we could throw him in a high jersey number and he could play some offensive line as well. And Arnold taking the snap, follows his big lineman up the middle for a gain of about 3 there.
Yeah, and to continue your thoughts on that last one, the linemen get all the glory for opening up holes, but you can't have a play without some blocking on the outside.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that play right there, just movement by the offensive line. One linebacker seemed to break free, make the tackle for the Spartans. Probably saved a touchdown, so we'll see how they can bounce back. Wouldn't surprise me if they stay on the ground. And we have reached the 1-minute mark left to go in the first half.
Devin Keitlinger ran in the play on that one again. Hopefully I bet he's hoping it's to him on this one so he can score a touchdown.
Yeah, I think that's every receiver's dream. And, I mean, maybe we'll see a little trick play where a lineman catches a pass. There is blitzing up the middle. Low snap. Andon Arnold does have to dive on it. Not what you want to see when you're in the red zone.
Not good for the Broncos, and that's a timeout by Coach Kamen. And here's a few words from our sponsors.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
We're back here on Bronco Radio. 38 seconds to go in the first half. Broncos lead 14-7. They're in the Coopersville Heating and Cooling red zone, which is something we're constantly saying tonight early in this game, which as a quarterback, I love to see scoring on the board, and I mean, so does Andon Arnold, so that's what he looks to do here.
Let's see if Bo can call this one as I called the
Yeah,
last
definitely
one.
going to be a pass to Jaden Timmons for a touchdown. Andon Arnold takes the snap, looks to Jaden Timmons, back of the end zone, and there we go! That's a Broncos touchdown! Great ball there by Andon Arnold. Back corner of the end zone. Jaden Timmons toe tapping, catching that one. And that is just great football there by the Broncos.
You know, on the last one I said Andon Arnold was hoping to get in the end zone, but Bo called his shot completely on that one. Touchdown Broncos.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you could just tell by the posture of Jaden Timmons right there that he was about to score a touchdown.
You know,
Simon Kelly on for the PAT, holding his Lance Osterhart. Lance takes a snap, snaps down, snaps good. And the PAT is good for Simon Kelly and the Broncos. Strike up the band after another score. Broncos lead 21-7 over the Sparta Spartans.
Wow. And here's another word from our sponsors after that Bronco touchdown.
Southside Bar and Grill, located at 229 West Randall Street in Coopersville. Every Tuesday night is $2 tacos. Log on to the website, southsidebarcoopersville.com, and see what other items they have available on their menu. Then you can conveniently place your order online. Check out their patio for these nice fall nights. Check out their Facebook page for all the latest meal deals they have. That is Southside Bar and Grill.
We're back here on Bronco Radio, kicking off for the Broncos, number 34, Santos Martinez. The kick is up, the kick is high, and the kick is deep. Recovered by the Spartans, flying down, looking to make a tackle for the Broncos, and it's finally brought down by number 35. Who is that, Caleb?
That is Chase Thompson on the tackle. What an athlete he is. And there's about 27 seconds left on the clock here for the Spartans. Let's see what the offense can get going.
Yeah, Spartans have had great luck in the throw game early, so we'll see if they can stick to that before the half and move the ball down. Not much time, but for sure possible to get into the end zone here.
Yeah, I can imagine Coach Ritzma on that one has talked to his defenders and has told them to play it smart.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if the secondary drops back a little deeper than they normally do.
And it appears that's what they're doing, as Lance Osar and Colton Rebdo are back pretty far for the Broncos.
Yeah, Gavin Ring under center, man in motion, is going to hand it off to Evan Robinson, who has running room down the sideline, cuts it back in, has one man to beat, but Carter Patrick makes the tackle to stop him.
Huge tackle by Carter Patrick there for the Broncos, but actually what a play call by the Spartans, sticking to the ground game, and it was a good gain for them. Seemed to work.
Yeah, for sure. Evan Robinson took that one to the sideline. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, I mean, he was off and running, and that kid does have some wheels and got going pretty well.
Number 50, Sean Bingley on the field for the Broncos. He's looking hungry for a sack.
Yeah, definitely going to be sack territory right here. Gavin Ring is going to be under center taking the snap. Brings a man in motion. No, he does not. Look to be some movement up front for the Spartans. Gavin Ring has nobody. He drops back, but he does look for someone, but he's just going to throw it into the dirt to stop the clock.
The Spartan offense must have had a lot of faith on that one. It looked like only one wide receiver was going out for a pass.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you got your guy, and I guess that's what Sparta thought they had there.
And the Broncos had their guy on that last possession with a touchdown to Jaden Timmons.
For sure, and I mean, a 2-score lead going into the half would be huge for the Broncos. Spartans do get the ball after the half, so if they can score here, they will look to tie it up after the half. So the next 11 seconds is huge for this ball game.
Huge play for the Broncos defense and huge play for the Spartan offense.
Ring under center, sends a man in motion. is going to run a little counter there, but there is nowhere to go as he's swallowed up.
That looks like number 56, Clayton Miller on the tackle. Huge stop there for the Broncos. Let's see if the Spartans let the time tick down.
Timeout on the field by the Spartans.
I guess not.
Read it. Yep, any of them.
AA Lawn Care, sponsor for AAA Lawn Care, sponsor for Offensive Player of the Game. This set of downs is sponsored by AAA Lawn Care, our Offensive Player of the Game sponsor. You can visit them at aaalawncare.com or like them on their Facebook page, where they have been setting the standard for honesty and quality fertilization since 1984.
Got a long time. I'll get to hear from a couple of our sponsors. I'll take this one. Coopersville Automotive Supply, located at 271 Main Street. The professional skills you count on whenever you have an auto parts need. Call Mark at 837-8163. For all of your parts needs where service is the difference, they get it over at Coopersville Automotive Supply. Thank you to all our sponsors of Bronco Radio. Broncos are finally making their way out onto the field.
You know, it's something I can recognize here for the Broncos. Their coaches must have drawn this one up. We have number 34, Santos Martinez, back very deep. Same with number 28, Lance Osterhart.
Yeah, definitely a couple of dudes that very athletic kids. Definitely have some hands as they play the receiver position, looking to make a stop for the Broncos. We'll see if they send a couple dudes off the edge, maybe get the quarterback to move around a little bit. Number 4, Gavin Ring under center. Heard Coach Lyons send some commands in for the Broncos defense. Ring's going to drop back, looking deep for his man. He will throw it to the end zone on the last play of the half, but Jaden Timmons is all over that one. And that'll bring up halftime with your score, Coopersville 21, Sparta 7. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back here at Broncos Radio YouTube channel. Scott Morgan here, taking over for the guys as they get a little bit of a well-deserved break as they bring the game to you here by play-by-play. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here. Daniel's Family Hair Care. You always look your best when you visit Daniel's Family Hair Care at 323 Main Street. You can call them for an appointment, 616-837-6617, or walk-ins are welcome. Hair is what we know and do. That is Daniel's Family Hair Care. Go ahead. Yep. If you're up and on.
I should be on. So, All Pro Plumbing hit of the game. All Pro Plumbing and Heating are hit of the game sponsor. Speaking of hits, don't let Mother Nature
There you go.
hit you with her cold. Call Steve at 616-771-8500 and have him check your furnace.
We've got Cortate Body Shop. They are a collision play of the game sponsor, so the guys will be looking for the best collision that they see here yet tonight. They're located at 276 Main Street in historical downtown Coopersville. You can give them a call at 616-837-6728. They offer complete collision and paint repair, free estimates, efficient scheduling, getting you back on the road quickly. They work with all insurance companies and complete the paperwork processing for you. They warranty their repairs for as long as you own your vehicle. They give free local courtesy shuttle as well as free local pickup and delivery of drivable vehicles, and they did a nice job on my wife's vehicle. So we really do. Sam does a nice job down there. Go ahead, Sadie.
Hexel and Hexel Water Well Drilling. Water problems got you stuck in the mud? Then call Todd or Bill at 616-437-6431 of Hexel and Hexel Water Well Drilling, or visit them online at h2well.com. They are the H in your H2O.
Lau's Low and Slow Barbecue will be offering price packages for the class of 2024 graduation parties. Check out their Facebook page, Lau's Low and Slow Barbecue. Be sure to like and follow their page for all their meats that they have available. That is Lau's Low and Slow Barbecue. You got, yep, one, there you go.
Coopersville Hardware and Feed at 364 Main Street. The fall flowers have arrived in the garden center. Stop by and check out our selection.
All righty, I think Coopersville Car Care. Are you looking for an experienced, knowledgeable mechanic? And then call Ron or Dale at 616-837-8297. Coopersville Car Care, located in historic downtown Coopersville. They are an Auto Value certified service center. That's where I take all my work to be done. They did a nice job. I had to replace the cam seal on that one, so it was very nice. They did it. I was in and out, and way to go. Is that everybody you see, you think?
I believe so.
All right, we're going to take a little quick break. We're going to turn it over to the guys as they went out into the audience here and found somebody they want to interview. So we'll turn it over. We'll be back after this one here on Broncos Radio YouTube channel.
Cold or heat? Are you and your HVAC system ready? Regardless of the weather, Coopersville Heating and Cooling will keep you comfortable. Call them today at 616-837-1312 or follow them on their Facebook page. That is Coopersville Heating and Cooling.
Hi, this is Caleb Ashby here on Bronco Radio with a little halftime interview. I'm going to be interviewing freshman quarterback Wyatt LaRock after an impressive performance against the freshman Spartans. Wyatt, how do you feel about that performance you just had? Was there anything that went into that? Any pregame ritual, you think, or any superstitions?
Feel pretty good. Not really any ritual or superstitions. Not much. Just listen to music before the game and get locked in.
You know, music always helps one lock in. How do we feel about the rest of this freshman Broncos season? Are you confident?
Confident. I think we can pretty easily win out if we keep playing how we just did today.
Yeah, and I know especially you as the quarterback, you're a big component of that Bronco offense. You had 3 touchdowns today. I think if you can keep up 3 touchdowns a game, you guys are sitting pretty good. But is there any other players to look out for on that freshman team?
Wyatt Kloosterhouse is a really good player, and then our line played a big role in that game.
You know, as a lineman, it's great to hear a quarterback shout out his offensive line. And Wyatt Kloosterhouse, did he have any touchdowns today?
I think he had 1.
You know, Klue, even if he doesn't score, it seems he makes some stops on defense. You know, he's all over the field, special teams, offense, defense. He's a great player. LaRock, question here. What's your favorite fast food place?
Probably Chipotle.
Chipotle. Do you eat fast food in season, or do you keep your body well prepared?
I eat fast food.
You know, some players don't, some players do. I know varsity quarterback Bo Harris tries to trim down on his fast food during the season, but the varsity center, myself, Caleb Ashby, ate ice cream Sunday before last game. So, you know, everyone does it different, and clearly eating fast food in season doesn't create too much of a difference, as you had 3 touchdowns today. Were all those on the ground, or were there any passing?
All of them were on the ground.
You know, you're a pretty big kid yourself. What's your height and weight?
6 foot, 170.
6 foot, 170 as a freshman. You know, that's about what I was on the offensive line. So that's pretty impressive. And it was good to hear from you, Wyatt. And I think we're going to wrap up this interview. Congratulations on the victory today. Congratulations on 3 touchdowns. And I am interested in seeing how the freshman Broncos do later on in the season.
Thank you for that.
Of course.
Sorry, folks. Caleb just kind of turned off the mics and said that, well, I didn't have more questions for a while. So, all right. Thank you. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Caleb, for interviewing him. Nice job. You know, he's a. Where did he come? Is that the one Coach told me he moved down here from Charlevoix or
Sheboygan? It's up by Mackinac.
Yep.
So it's, you know, it's strange. I'm sure they don't run an offense like the Broncos. So it was good to see him throughout the summer kind of progress and learn the offense. And it seems that he's doing quite well after that performance today.
Well, Bo, let's talk to you real quick while we've got that. You know, as a quarterback, you know, and a new guy coming in. I mean, what did you see when you first got here, and how have you seen his progression?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely, before I even saw him for the first time and got to know him, I heard of his name just chatter around the school and throughout the summer of people being like, we got this new kid, Wyatt LaRock, and he's pretty good, so I was excited to see what we had. And I mean, when I saw him for the first time, I looked at the kid and I was like, yeah, he's an athlete for sure. And then it's just great that he plays quarterback because he loves the game. He truly has heart and hustle, and he has great football IQ, and he can really sling the rock too. So we have a running joke. His last name's LaRock, and we're always joking. We're like, hey, LaRock, throw me LaRock.
Yep, so throw me the rock.
Yeah, he definitely can make plays, especially with his legs, which is what I love to see, especially at that level. Yeah. Just being able to throw and run is huge for a quarterback, and I mean, he definitely has a future playing quarterback for the Broncos.
Excellent. Caleb, hey, it's 21-7. How'd the Broncos get to this point, if you would? We'll give you the sheet here, and so kind of give us an synapse of what happened the first half for our fans that are just joining us with the score Broncos leading 21-7.
Yeah, you know, the Broncos came off strong in the first quarter with 2 touchdowns from Andon Arnold. One of 14 yards and one of 4 yards. So both not very long runs, but strong drives from the Broncos offense. And you can't bring up rushing touchdowns without giving credit to the offensive line. So great job up front by the boys up there. And, you know, Sparta got on the board, and at the time it was a 14-7 game. You know, it looks like they were clawing back. That was Gavin Ring, the quarterback, on the 1-yard sneak into the end zone. But the Broncos fought right back to get in the end zone with Andon Arnold to Jaden Timmons touchdown, 14 yards with 32 seconds left in the half. And that was just a huge tide turner for the Broncos, and it's great to see if they can keep it up in the second half.
Definitely. Bo, who we got in the running for the Coopersville hardware and feed catch of the game? I've seen 2 that, you got the touchdown there, but I think wasn't there a nice pass there in the first quarter that could be even a front runner for that one?
Yeah, in the opening drive, it seemed like the Broncos offense was starting to get stuck a little bit, and Andon Arnold did hit Jaden Timmons going down the sideline for a gain of about 45, and I mean, he was running past defenders, and that was a great catch. But right now, I'd say if we had to pick a top spot at this point in the game, that touchdown, back of the end zone, great field awareness, knew where he was at, yes. Dragged the toes, got down for the touchdown. So right now, I would say Jaden Timmons' touchdown in the far corner of the end zone was the Coopersville hardware and feed catch of the game so far.
So far. Okay, Caleb, defensively, who's stood up for the Broncos for you and leading right now in the Painterman Defensive Player of the Game?
Well, you know, first off, before I get to that, I'd like to say that Bo Harris's decision on that one had to be a little bit biased, as he called that before it even happened. For Defensive Player of the Game, I'd have to have Colton Rebedu on my radar.
There you go.
You know, he's been everywhere. Yep. He's been making tackles. And Andon Arnold is also just out there at linebacker, and he flies around. He makes plays. He's just a great two-way athlete for the Broncos.
How about Kofi Biney?
Oh, Kofi Biney. How can I forget?
He's been out there, too.
He's been a great defensive player. He's had a few mishaps jumping off sides. I think that was twice. But, you know, it's his first year playing football, so things like that are going to happen. And I think he's doing great. I mean, I think he might be having a better defensive game than I ever had on JV, and I've been playing since I was in about third grade.
There you
go.
So
he's definitely up there in the running.
All right. Yeah. How about the Cortate Body Shop collision of the game, guys? Have you seen a couple big collisions out there that you really we're kind of keeping an eye on?
Yeah, for sure. I only have one written down right now, and I mean, it's probably going to stand no matter what we see. There was a little play to the outside. It looked like it was a buck sweep or something, and there was a pancake by Durston Bruins, big right tackle, and a pancake by Bubba Amaral, the center. And, I mean, they laid next to each other, and I know if that was Caleb on the field and he pancaked someone that close to one of his own teammates, he's looking out and giving the dude a high five while he's still on top of him because this kid plays with some swag. But that was definitely a great play by Durston and Bubba, and, I mean, it was just sweet to see for the Broncos offensive line.
Yeah, and so now you're looking at you've got the AAA Lawn Care Offensive Player of the Game. You've got really a couple players there. Andon Arnold looking at, hey, he's he scored a couple touchdowns, but I think Timmons he's also trying for that award. So it's going to come right down to the end before I think you guys are going to be able to make that decision.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going to want to see the Broncos offense get in the end zone a couple more times just to really seal this game. Sparta does start with the ball, but once the defense gets a stop, I know the Broncos are going to come out firing, and we'll see if they go to more of an air raid or, if they stay on the ground and run behind the offensive line. That's what I would do. The big guys up front are playing a great game, and, if they keep running the ball the way they are, Andon Arnold will be the front runner for a AAA Lawn Care Offensive Player of the Game.
We've got the All-Pro Plumbing Hit of the Game sponsor as well. We've seen a couple big hits. We've seen collisions, and we've seen some big hits as well. So, Caleb, you seen anybody out there that just kind of laid into that you went, ooh, that's got to hurt?
You kind of brought it up earlier. You reminded me on that one. Number 30, Kofi Biney. He's been making some tackles around the edge, He's a little bit high, but he's cutting the defender right off. And once they get into his arms, they're not going anywhere.
Exactly. He's putting some pretty good hits out there.
Yeah, for sure. And another one that I'd like to highlight was Colin Revenue, a name we've said a couple times. There was a kick return by Sparta, and seemed like the Sparta defender kind of shook off one of the Broncos, and Colin Rebedu came flying what seemed like out of nowhere and just really laid the wood on the Sparta defender.
All right, so those folks are some of our players that we've already looked at for the first half. But, again, second half coming up here for the Broncos and the Spartans. Things can change when the half. Somebody could step forward and take away that any one of those awards here as of now. We'll turn this back over to Bo and Caleb and let them bring it on in for the next half here. And appreciate everybody listening here and watching on Broncos Radio YouTube channel. There you go, guys.
And we're back. Second half of football. Super excited for this one. Santos Martinez kicks it deep. Sparta muffs the kick. Broncos are flying down looking to make a play. Jaden Timmons is the first guy down there. Did get a pretty decent return there on nothing, but there is a fumble, and it looks like the Broncos got it. Coach Gaiman's fist is up. You know what that means. Broncos offense is on the field, and there we go.
That looks like number 56, Clayton Miller, recovering that fumble. Huge play for the Broncos. The Spartans had a little mishap on that kick return, some hesitance picking up that ball, and it was not good for them, you could say.
No, and when you get the ball after half, as a football player, all at halftime, Caleb. The coaches are like, we need to drive down and we need to score here. So that happening to Sparta is definitely a mood killer, and I'm sure those dudes are down there pretty upset with that result, but definitely a huge play for the Broncos. And to be biased, I'm very happy that one happened for the Broncos.
Yeah, that one's just devastating.
Andon Arnold still leading this offense. He's been moving the ball great all game. We'll see what he looks to do here. He's going to take the snap. He's looking to pass. Throws it to Jaden Timmons, but he did just short arm it a little bit. Did not get the score, or did not complete the pass there, excuse me. Seemed to be a little slant pass across the middle to Jaden Timmons. Had him, but Andon Arnold must have missed it a little bit.
Yeah, Andon Arnold, he's looking to get back after that one on this play.
Yeah, and Coach Kamen coming out there and throwing the ball as a quarterback. I love that play call. Hopefully they can stay to the air, but it looks here like the Broncos are going to stay on the ground. Andon Arnold takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, working right. He's going to lower his shoulder and pick up a couple extra yards after first contact.
Man, what a physical runner, but another physical kid. I know I've said it again and again, but number 4, Jaden Timmons, looks like he was pushing the kid all the way in the end zone on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Jaden Timmons is making a lot of big blocks for the Broncos. But also making big blocks. I feel like we shot them out a lot, but, they can never get enough love, is the 5 big hogs up front. This Broncos offensive line is great, and I'm excited to see the future of Broncos football continue. Speaking of future of Broncos football, a couple middle schoolers just walked in from practice. They won a big game last night against Portage Central, 7th and 8th grade. And Arnold takes a snap, going to keep it himself up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, but eventually gets brought down around the 5-yard line.
Real physical run there by Andon Arnold, and there was a great hole created by the Bronco offensive line. And let's see if they can get in the end zone here.
Where they at?
They are on the 5-ish yard line.
Which is?
The Coopersville Heating and Cooling red zone. Man, I love to say that because that means we're looking like we're about to score a Bronco touchdown. Thank you, Coopersville Heating and Cooling, for being a sponsor of Bronco Radio.
There we go. Now you're showing some love.
And Arnold's taking the snap, handing it off to Ben Skinner. Gets caught up at the line. Seemed like he was going to get in. I started jumping up and down a little bit, but that's a huge play. 34 on that. What did you like there out of DeGraff from Sparta?
You know, I like his physicality. He kind of dented the hole there, made an impact in the hole, and he made a big tackle there for the Spartan defense. Let's see if they could get a stop. It would be huge.
Carter Patrick bringing in the play for the Broncos. See what Coach Kamen has drawn up here on 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
Durston Bruins lining up. Looks like he's ready to get physical.
We'll see what Durston Bruins can do to make a hole for the Broncos. And Arnold takes a snap, hands out Ben Skinner on Durston Bruins' side. Big block there by Durston Bruins. That's a touchdown, Broncos. Ben Skinner following Durston Bruins off the edge. Great call there by Caleb. Even better play by the Broncos. Puts him in the end zone to take the lead 27-7.
Great run there by Ben Skinner. And look at number 69, Sammy Bravo, taking a trot to the sideline. He looks happy.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot to be happy about. They come out second half, aren't even supposed to have the ball, cause a fumble on the kickoff, get the ball back and score right away, and that's huge for this Broncos. Simons Kelly kick is up. His kick is good. He's perfect. Money Kelly, he doesn't miss. And I mean, if your last name's Kelly in this town, you know how to kick field goals.
Yeah, quick shout out there to the varsity kicker, Sam Kelly.
Yeah, I don't think they have any relation, but they're both kickers, and they're both good at it. So, I mean, we could probably act like they're related because, I mean, they both have similar skills.
Let's head over to a word from our sponsors.
Steve Salinas and his crew at All Pro Plumbing and Heating want you to know that they are there to help you with all your plumbing needs. You can shop at their place at 292 Main Street to pick up those parts that you need for your plumbing project. He has experienced help there at the store to answer any questions that you may have. However, if you're like me and hate plumbing, you can call him at 616-771-8500 and have him or one of his staff do all the work for you while you enjoy some time fishing or watching TV. That's All Pro Plumbing and Heating, our hit of the game sponsor.
And we're back here on Broncos Radio. Santos Martinez kick is up. It's a high one. This time it is fielded cleanly by Sparta. Huge play over there by Jaden Timmons, making a great
Steve Salinas and his crew at All Pro.
up about that tackle.
Yeah, Coach Spence, tackling expert, would be ecstatic to see that tackle by Jaden Timmons.
Yeah, and talking about tackling expert, you got two dudes in the booth that have never played defense, quarterback and center. So, I mean, even if it's not very a hard hit, every tackle gets me fired up and when I'm watching football.
Yeah, never played a single snap, but, I enjoy defense a little bit.
No pun intended, snap coming from a center.
Good one.
Ring is under center. He's going to hand it off outside number 8, Dylan Randolph. Randolph looking for the hole. He does find a nice little cut-up lane, but has nowhere to go as he's swallowed up by a herd of Broncos secondary.
Andon Arnold was there on the tackle, but you got to give props to number 34, Santos Martinez, really denting a blocker there, really making a collision, creating a pathway for Andon Arnold to make a tackle.
Yeah, and I mean, people when they watch football see who makes the tackle. They hear Mr. Meerman upstairs say the names, but they don't see the little details like Caleb just pointed out. Santos forcing the dude back in for Andon Arnold to have that running lane to make the tackle. So great play there by Santos and Andon. Rings under center, ball on the near hash. Receiver in motion, dropping back. It's going to be a pass. He's running right. Looks to have a man wide open, but he overthrows him. Wide open was number 5, Caleb Yeames.
Me and that guy share a name, and We both have 0 receptions on the night. But you can't blame the guy. The quarterback missed him, but he found himself very wide open.
Yeah, 3rd and about 6 for the Broncos. We're going to see what the Broncos defensive line does. Seems like the end's kind of widen out a little, but that's Kofi Biney looking to make a play. Reams sends a dude in motion. He's going to hand it off on the outside to Randolph. Randolph is off and running. Does pick up a first down. Looked like he got wrapped up there for a second, but had a cut-up lane. Cut it up and picked up a first down for the Spartans. So Sparta's coaches are definitely fired up about that one because they did need a first down there.
Yeah, and that was Lance Osterhar in the tackle. He sits by me in seminar class. We chit-chat about football, and he's always interested in watching the latest film that's been released on huddle.com. He's just a great ball player, and he just loves the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, Caleb did get moved out of my seminar, so we can't have those film studies we used to have, but I email him all the time, and we're talking football constantly, so I'm super excited he got to be in the booth with me tonight.
Yeah, we got to email because phones are banned at Coopersville High School.
Gavin Reams is under center again. He's rolling left. Looking back. Seems like he has a dude deep. Throws it up. Ooh. And a great play there, again by Lance Osterhau. He must have seen that one in the seminar film session you provided him, Caleb.
He was all over that one. And we have seminar tomorrow, so I'll have to bring it up with him. I'll have to conversate, and I'll have to ask him, why did you drop that interception? But there's a flag down on the play.
Yeah, the yellow towel is down on the field. We'll see who it is on. Refs are discussing.
Looks like that one's going to be going backwards for the Spartans.
Yeah. Seem to be on Sparta offense. Uncertain of what it is.
Oh, look it's the 7th grade quarterback walking across the booth.
Yeah,
here.
7th graders did play a great game last night versus Portage Central. Pulled away the win.
You always love to see the middle school teams catch W's. That's the future of our program, and I'm going to be a Bronco for life.
Yeah. Gavin Ring under center. Moves a man in motion. Ball placed on the far edge. She's going to hand it out offside again to Evan Robinson. Evan Robinson's off and running. But I'd really like to highlight that. Wow, that is just an unbelievable play by Kofi Biney. Playing defensive end of the near side of the field. Takes off rushing downfield and tackles the receiver at the second level after a gain of about 7. That is a huge play there by Kofi Biney. And that's hustle, and he's definitely going to be in the running for Coopersville Dental Associate Perfect Smile Award because he's just out there loving football.
Yeah, I was tracking him that whole play as well, and that's just really impressive.
Yeah, definitely on the Friday film session for the JV crew. The coaches will point that out. Maybe Caleb will point it out in his seminar film sessions that he's been talking about. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Reams under center, ball placed on the far hash. He's going to hand it off to Evan Robinson. Again, it seems like they're going back to that one. And Kofi Biney, who else is all over that again, making huge plays out there. Kofi Biney is a name to watch for the next few years of this Broncos defense.
Yeah, when me and number 28 Lance Osterhar are doing our film session, I'm going to have to go and find Kofi Biney and discuss with him what a game he had and how he can improve and how he can get even better. But he is a great ball player.
Yeah, 100%.
And it looks like Cookie Monster Monroe, number 71's talking to him, hyping him up there.
Ring is under center. Excuse me, that's Gavin Ring, playing quarterback for the Spartans. Going to be the same motion, but this time he will drop back to pass. And that pass is picked off by Colin Rabidou. There we go. We've called his name a couple times, and just to get a pick, any player on the field's fired up to get a pick, and I know Colin Rabidou's a little extra fired up right there.
We've been talking about Kofi Biney, but Colton Rabidou gets that interception, and he's been having a great game as well. But Kofi's there to cheer him on and hype him up because he is just a great team ball player.
Yeah, 100%. Coach Kamen is leading this huddle for the Broncos. While we're at this break, Caleb, let's talk about it. What's the game looking like tomorrow for the Sparta Spartans and Coopersville Broncos varsity?
It's a lot of tradition in that game, and we're playing for a trophy, so it's going to be fun to go out there and just battle it out with a familiar foe.
Yeah, for sure. The Friendship Trophy is on the line, which we do currently hold right now. Any night you're playing for a trophy, no matter what it is, it's just got a little extra sauce on it. Annan Arnold's going to take the snap and give it to Ben Skinner. And speaking about sauce, there's a pancake from Chase Thompson.
Pancake. Good run there by Skinner.
We'll pick up a Broncos first down. This Coopersville offensive line is really just making huge creases. if I'm Coach Kamen, I'm staying on the ground, and Annan Arnold and Ben Skinner are racking up yards and hopefully getting these linemen a couple extra McChickens this week as they run for 300 yards.
You know, one thing I'd like to point out, Bubba Amaral, the center, is setting the huddle back about 15 yards. And, you know, Bubba's my apprentice. I've taught him everything he knows. And I gotta bring that up to him soon.
Yeah, Bubba is a really hard-working kid. And there we go. Speaking of Bubba, big block from him there, allowing Ben Skinner to cut it to the outside, and he's off and running. He's going to move the chains again for a Broncos first down.
You know, to relapse on my statement there, Bubba Amaral, you know, he's a hard-working kid, and he set the foundation. But Coach Kamen came up to him in the offseason and said, Bubba, snap the football. And it's something he's never done before, and it's something I had a little bit of experience in. So I really taught him how to play the center position, but that kid has earned every ounce of everything he has.
Yeah, and last week he struggled early in the first half. He put snaps on the ground a lot. And, I mean, me and Scott said at halftime he's got to step it up. That can't happen. And he did great in the second half last week versus Lowell. And, I mean, tonight, outstanding job by Jacob Bubba Amaral, and he is just doing great leading this Broncos offense as the center. Annan Arnold takes a snap, will keep it himself, picks up a nice gain, goes into a big pile of Spartans there. Seems to be up slow, someone on the Spartans defense. Number 40, Alexander Traxler, seemed to be making the first contact for the Spartans, but he did get up a little bit slowly, so Annan Arnold might have given him the ringer down there.
Ooh, it looks like number 81, Max Novak out there.
Max Novak is in the game
out there. You know, our foreign exchange buddy from Poland. Looks like he's going to line up out there, and I wonder if Andan Arnold is going to throw him the football.
If Max scores a touchdown right here, Caleb, take the headset. I'm going down and giving him a chest bump.
Oh, we'd love to see it.
And Arnold's going to take the snap, give it to Ben Skinner. Great block there by Max Novak.
Wow, number 63, Durston Bruins pushing a guy downfield, though. You know, you can see positives in every football play, and the Spartans made a great play defensively, but Durston Bruins is making some good blocks.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely a guy we got to look out for the all-pro plumbing hit of the game, because even if it's not on defense, he's laying some big hits, and he's just knocking dudes around a lot.
Devin Keitlinger running in the play. Devin Keitlinger is another guy, you know, I just do a film study with him because the kid loves football. He loves learning, and he loves getting better.
Yeah, Devin Keitlinger told me he was going to get in the end zone soon, so if he could get in here, that would be huge for the Broncos.
Let's see.
Annan Arnold going to keep it himself, but he has nowhere to go as there seemed to be miscommunication up front for the Broncos as the Sparta's defense line came straight through. That is number 34, DeGraff, and number 63, Joseph Waldner.
You know, Andan Arnold was running the ball all over the Spartan defense to start the game, but it looks like they've really dialed in on that. There could have been some halftime adjustments by the Spartans.
Yeah, and down on the field is Hunter Handcamp, who seems to be taking pictures, left tackle for the Broncos. Didn't know he was a photographer, but I mean, guess he can do it all. He plays left tackle, he plays DN, does great jobs on Friday nights, and I guess he's the new photographer on Thursday nights. So definitely love seeing him pick up a new passion.
Also plays lacrosse, you know. So
yeah, just by looking at him, backwards hat, he's got the ched coming out of the hair. You can definitely tell he's a lax bro.
You know, I don't know if he has as much ched as the two people in the booth here today, the center quarterback ched combo.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely planned that one out over the offseason, knowing that we'd be the guys. 3 receivers to the far side. Andan Arnold in the gun. Ben Skinner beside him. Andan Arnold takes a snap. There is a flag on the play. Offsides on the defense. Huh? Oh, I know. Had a little technical difficulties there with the mics unplugging. Me and Kayla were jumping up and down, but we got him, and we're back here on Bronco Radio. There wasn't offsides on the Spartans' defense. So,
you know, penalties killing the Spartans' possession.
And that will take us to the end of the third quarter as time's run out. Coach Kamen's just going to call the guys over, talk about what he wants to do. Because, Caleb, where are we located at on the field?
Inside the
Kuzo Heating and Cooling Red Zone. We could say it all night because this Broncos offense is hot. Coopersville leads 28-7 after the third quarter. We'll be back after this short message from our sponsors.
keeping you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. That is Coopersville Heating and Cooling, serving the heating and cooling needs of our residential and commercial customers of West Michigan for nearly 20 years. Call them today at 616-837-1312 or follow them on their Facebook page. That is Coopersville Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back here to Broncos Radio YouTube channel. I'm Scott Morgan. We'll turn this back over to Caleb and Bo Harris as the Broncos are in the, what zone again was that, Bo?
I believe I'll pass this one to Caleb. What zone are we in?
The Coopersville Heating and Cooling red zone.
There you go.
Ball is placed on the 3-yard line after an offside penalty by the Spartans. 1st and goal for the Broncos.
You know, and that's penalties have really killed the Spartans' drive. They made some huge tackles for loss, but penalties really kill drives, and that puts the Broncos in position to score.
Yeah, and Arnold under center. He's going to hand it off to Ben Skinner, and Ben Skinner is going to walk in for the touchdown. Broncos!
You know, huge touchdown there for the Broncos, and Durston Bruins is the first one to go over to Ben Skinner and hype him up because he knows how hard he's been working, and it's good to see his buddy in the end zone.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, really, Ben Skinner could have walked in on that one. It seemed like the Broncos' offensive line had everyone covered up pretty well. Don't know if they blitzed up the middle, Sparta, but bounced it to the outside, and he danced his way on in. Simon Kelly's field goal, PAT attempt, is up. And it is no good. Looked like it was good from our angle. We're all kind of up here like, oh, but
They sit right underneath.
yeah, they are. The refs definitely have the best angle of it, but
You know, and that's a rare miss for Simon Kelly, but it happens.
yeah, watching the replay right now.
And this is going to send you over to a few words from our sponsors.
If you're in need of a painter, look no further. Painter Man is a locally owned company that specializes in interior and exterior painting. Owner Eric Brink and his crew also offer power washing, deck staining, trim, ceiling, and cabinet painting. No job is too big or too small, so give them a call at 862-9652 for your free estimate. Also like Painter Man on Facebook to see pictures of his work and get the latest deals. That is the Painter Man, our sponsor of the Defensive Player of the Game.
And we're back here on Bronco Radio. Broncos lead 34-7 over the Spartans. Evan Robinson with the kick return, and he is off and running. A lot of Broncos chasing after him, and that's finally going to be 27 Colton Rebedu bringing him down after a great return for the Spartans to about the 50-yard line.
Rebedu's everywhere, making a huge tackle there for the Broncos. Sean Bingley going out on the field. He's gonna be a force of nature out there, and let's see what he can do. Paired along with number 30 Kofi Biney, who's been making plays all night.
Yeah, coming off the field's number 56, Clayton Miller. Sparta Ring under center. My apologies. Sends a man in motion. Ring's going to hand it up the middle. But, I mean, this Broncos D-line is just all over that. Running up the middle is Ashton Bitely, but every time Bitely touches the ball tonight, it seems like his linemen are just not holding their guys long enough as the Broncos D-line is getting through a lot and making a lot of plays.
Yeah, you know, I mainly play offensive line, but in my past I've played some defensive line, and it's just great to see the boys up front get to work no matter the side of the ball it's on.
Speaking of defensive line, I see a future defensive lineman, Isaiah Knoll, down there trying his way onto the field to go cheer on his teammates. Number 4, Gavin Ring under center at quarterback. Ball placed on the far hash. They're still in this tight set. Kofi Biney did make the tackle for the Broncos.
That's number 78, Mario Vasquez, hustling off the field, and you got to bring him up as well. He's a hard-working kid, first year playing football, and he's just a hard worker.
Yeah, and believe it or not, these first-year football players are doing a great job. Football is not an easy sport. It takes a lot mentally and physically, but, I mean, these guys got it, and they're doing a great job just setting them up.
Caleb, put your mic closer to you.
Rhyme's going to take it up the middle. He did get the first down. Seemed like the Broncos defense wasn't quite ready for that one.
It looked like number 71, Cookie Monster Monroe, was helping up the running back on that play.
Yeah, and I mean, Jason was at lunch sitting by me today, and he asked, are you going to be on Bronco Radio? And I was like, yeah, I am. Better give me a shout-out. And I was like, you make a play, we will. And he's definitely been making plays tonight for the Broncos defense.
Yeah, you know, he's just another kid who's a hard worker, and that's the thing you see that's common on this JV Broncos team. Great hard workers.
Ring under center for the Spartans. He does have a receiver out wide to the right. Ring's going to take the snap. He's going to run right. He throws it. Pass completed, but he is brought down by Annan Arnold and Carter Patrick. That pass was completed to Anders Reese.
It looks like number 14, Carter Patrick, is cramping on the field, perhaps.
Yeah, there is a player down, so we'll see what the trainer can do as she's heading her way out onto the field.
You got to drink your water as he hobbles off.
Is that what it's from, guys? I mean, we're week 4, and we shouldn't be having cramps, should we?
Yeah, you know, there's been a lot of cramps on both levels for the Broncos, varsity, JV, all levels actually. And, you know, it brings up a question, what is it? And I think it's just some of these guys are not drinking water, you know. They're hard workers, but they kind of forget that you got to help maintain your body as well.
Yeah, 100%. It's easy to go through the school day without water, and I know the varsity players, we all agreed with each other that we'll bring gallons of water and we'll drink them every day. So if it's a Monday and we have practice or it's a Friday and we have a game, we're always at school drinking all that water to take care of our bodies. Ring sends a man in motion. He's going to be going outside. That's Anders Reese. Looking for a block. He did find one for enough for the first down. Nice little pickup of eight there for Reese.
That's number 29, Corbin Westveld on the tackle. And that's number 62, Mason Thomas, and number 50, Sean Bingley checking into the game. That is quite the duo.
Yeah, it is. Some big boys up front. I mean, you see those kids in the squat rack, and, I mean, your eyes open because, man, can they move a lot of weight.
You know, Sean Bingley, he's also just a great kid, nice guy, but he can get mean on the football field.
Ring leading this Spartans offense down the field. Ring is going to hand it up the middle to Bitely. Bitely does have running room. He's going to pick up a nice gain. Bunch of Broncos did meet him eventually after a pickup of 6.
Yeah, huge crew of Broncos on the tackle there. And, you know, the Spartan offense did gain a good chunk of yards. But as a defensive coach and viewer and a Bronco fan, you love to see a lot of hats around the football, you know. A lot of hustle, a lot of drive, and, you know, things were blocked up just right for Sparta, but the Broncos still had some positives on that play.
100%. I'm unsure of if it's a thing, but the Spartans are in the Sparta Heating and Cooling red zone. So, I mean, thanks to Coopersville Heating and Cooling for sponsoring us because they did enter the Coopersville Heating and Cooling red zone. Ring sends a man in motion over the top. Seemed to be some movement on the right side. It looked like number 52. That would be Josiah Cervesos. Jumped off sides.
Yeah, you know, just a little bit antsy to get after it on that Sparta offensive line. You know, they're driving down the field. Just had a big run. And, you know, it looks like they're a little bit too excited to get into the end zone.
Yeah, 100%. And when someone comes in motion, I don't know because I'm not down there and we can't hear it from way up here. I don't know if the Sparta quarterback is using a vocal saying to move the guy in motion, but it seems like every time someone moves in motion, there is movement from both teams all night tonight. We'll see if Ring can fix it on the 2nd and 7. Ring takes the snap. It's a little counter play to number 3, Anders Reese. Bouncing around a little bit, but eventually brought down. That is number 33, Ben Skinner, bringing him down.
Yeah, you know, Skinner bringing him down, but number 30 was there again. You know, he almost tripped him up, but he got a little hand on that hip that slowed him down and let his teammates come and make the play.
Yeah, 100%. And sometimes that's all you need to do is just get a hand on a guy, slow him down a little bit, and make the play.
Spartan offense coming up here. Big 3rd down just for some morale, just to move the chains.
3rd and 9 for the Spartans. Ring's going to hand it up the middle to Bitely, looking to just get some on it. And they definitely got some, as that's going to bring him down.
This one could be close.
Very close to the chain, and the refs signal to move as they pick up the first down.
Huge first down there for the Spartans. the scoreboard's not really reflecting how they want to play right now, and I think if they can get in the end zone here, they should be feeling pretty good about themselves.
Yeah, 100%. And I'd like to give a quick shout-out to the Coopersville varsity soccer team. I mean, brand new field, opening season on it, and these dudes are playing great. They did host their kicking cancer game last night, which they did come out victorious over the Sparta Spartans, coincidentally. So shout-out to Tyler Banka and Zach Stewart. Found the goal last night for the Broncos soccer team, and they're just off to a hot start, and hopefully they can keep rolling going into the playoffs soon. Ring under center. Sends a man in motion. He's going to hand it off outside. We'll see what he can do with it. Santos Martinez chasing him down, does make a play after a pick of about 3 for the Spartans.
It looked like the Spartan runner there, number 8, Randolph, had the edge, but Santos is just such a quick kid and was able to get there and bring him down.
Yeah, if you were at Broncos games last year, you know Nick Gordon, and Coach Kamen has compared Santos to Nick Gordon over the past few years. So I'm definitely excited to see how that one pays off in his next few years of high school football.
That's a huge comparison, but I think he can get there.
100%. Gavin Ring still under center for the Spartans. Looking at what they can do. He's going to hand it off outside. Clayton Miller's chasing him down. And there we go again. No other than Santos Martinez. Flying around and making plays.
You could see that Spartan runner try and cut outside to try and get that edge after a couple Broncos came after him. But Santos just flew around and got there and made the play.
Yeah, and Santos' mom is sitting right in front of us, and she is loving it, seeing her boy down there making plays.
You gotta love to see some parents happy, and it appears most Bronco parents are tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Gavin Ring under center. He's going to hand it up the middle to Bitely, who has become a workhorse on this drive, and that's not stopping us. He's brought it down all the way to the 2-yard line.
A couple of Broncos on the tackle there. First one I saw was number 16, Andon Arnold. Looks like number 54, Gabe Van Sickle Wilkinson is in there. Hopefully trying to make a difference, trying to make a stop, and this would be huge for the Broncos, but also huge for the Spartans.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if they send pressure straight up the middle. Also wouldn't surprise me if Ring gets under center and just takes it himself on the quick count. And there we go. That's what they do, and he will get in for the Spartans touchdown.
Touchdown, Sparta.
Not much you can do there defensively, as that's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. Quarterback gets under center, gives a nice little push on the center, takes it himself in for the touchdown. That's Gavin Ring, scoring with 1:48 to go in the game. Broncos lead 34-13.
Yeah, on that touchdown run, there's just a lot of things going in the Spartans' favor. They have a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage blocking, and, they know when the ball is going to be snapped before the Broncos. And it looks like the PAT is good for the Spartans, and that makes the score 34-14.
Yeah, 20-point lead this late in the game. I think the Broncos are pretty happy with what they got.
One sponsor I'd like to give a shout-out to is Cortade Body Shop. Cortade Body Shop is our collision play of the game sponsor, located at 276 Main Street in historical downtown Coopersville. 616-837-6728. They offer complete collision and paint repair, free estimates, efficient scheduling, getting you back on the road quickly. They work with all insurance companies and complete the paperwork processing for you. They warranty their repairs for as long as you own your vehicle. Free local courtesy shuttle, as well as free local pickup and delivery of drivable vehicles. Again, thank you for sponsoring us, Cortade Body Shop.
Yeah, and just another shout out to a quick sponsor. I'll keep this one short and sweet. We've called it a lot tonight. Coopersville Heating and Cooling. Shout out to Coopersville Heating and Cooling, Mark Janos, and his wife, Lee Janos, actually just texted me and said we're doing a great job tonight. Thank you, Lee, for tuning in. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope this next minute 48 is a highlight of your night as you get to listen to me and Caleb here on Broncos Radio. Timmons is going to take the kick out from the 1-yard line.
Wow.
Risky business, but there he goes. He is not being stopped. 99 yards off and running. Jaden Timmons, he's a freak. That's a Broncos touchdown. What more could you ask for to end this game?
Wow, the Spartans got in the end zone, and you think that maybe knock the Broncos' morale down, get them down, get them ready to get out of this game, but not for Jaden Timmons. He was still pumped, still hyped, and he got in that end zone.
Yeah, 100% pure speed, pure athleticism, and pure natural talent there from Jaden Timmons.
You know, great job by the Broncos kick return team. You know, they blocked it up perfectly, and Jaden Timmons saw the hole and hit it.
Yeah, Coach Roberts is down there smiling from ear to ear as he is the special teams coordinator here in this program. And to see a kick go into the end zone is exciting for any coach, especially the Broncos special teams coordinator. And Simon's Kelly kick is off again as it hits the goalpost.
You know,
Lau's Low and Slow Barbecue. Lau's Low and Slow Barbecue will be offering prize packages for the class of 2024 graduation parties. 2025 graduation parties now, that is. Check out their Facebook page, Lau's Low and Slow Barbecue. Be sure to like and follow their page for all meats that they have available. Again, that's Lau's Low and Slow Barbecue. Check them out, graduating class of 2025, for some special deals.
All right. What do you think of that last play?
Yeah.
Where's it going to fit in our awards, folks?
If there was an award that said, like, maybe Broncos radio play of the game, it's definitely that one. 99-yard touchdown is huge, but, I mean, that's definitely going to go down there on one of the awards. Me and Caleb will have to talk that one out, and we'll figure it out, but that will definitely be on there. Huge game from Jaden Timmons. Really just set the tone of what Coopersville football is, and that's hard work, and that's what he did there. Sparta looking to answer with their own kick return as he seems to get on the edge. One man to beat, and that's Santos, but you ain't getting by Santos as he makes a great play.
You know, Santos is all over the field defensively and on special teams. But I'd like to continue on your thought before the kick there. Maybe that can be a thing in the future is Bo and Caleb's play of the game.
There we go. From here on out, every JV game we call Bo and Caleb's play of the game. I'll give it to you early. 99-yard kick return, Jaden Timmons. If Caleb disagrees with me on that one, he might be crazy, so I'm just going to nominate that one as the number one. Congratulations, Jaden Timmons.
You know, the only way I'd disagree with you is if the Spartans were to turn the ball over here or score a touchdown and Jaden Timmons were to score an 100-yard kick return touchdown. That's how impressive that was.
Unfortunately, that is impossible in high school football, but I would love to see it.
I don't think much can top that.
Yeah, toe tapping kickoffs is something I have seen before from Bobby Lemieux, so we'll see.
That's something you usually don't want to do.
Sends a man in motion. They are going to have to start throwing the ball a little. Little trickery here on a counter, but Annan Arnold stays home for the tackle.
You know, there's a great hole there created by the Spartans, and that created a gain of about 5 yards for the Spartans.
Yeah, a new award is my Grandma Sue just texted and said me and Caleb win the announcing award. So Grandpa Tom, Grandma Sue, hope you guys are sitting at home enjoying this one. Grandpa, get yourself a bowl of ice cream in these next 54 seconds and enjoy watching here on Broncos Radio.
I hope Mr. Scott Morgan doesn't get too upset that we won that award. You know, but I'm truly honored.
Yeah, 100%. If he had the mic on, he'd blow us away. So thankfully, he keeps it off so me and Caleb don't look like too much of rookies. Number 8 from Sparta's taking that off the edge, looking for running room. He will step out of bounds. Seems to be some late contact from Lance Osterhout. The refs say it's unintentional. He is brought down. 8 does take his helmet off. He's lucky the refs did not see that one.
He looked a little bit upset, number 8 there. I believe that is Randolph. But number 28, Lance Osterhart, my seminar buddy with the tackle. And we might actually go over this Bronco radio film here. And I'll let him know and show him how much I shouted him out because he has played a very good game.
Yeah, and I mean, River City play this Bronco JV team is 2-0, so that's what you love to see. New conference, new opponents, but these kids just don't stop. They love to play football. It doesn't matter who you line them up against. They're going to play. Biley takes it up the middle, nowhere to go as he is brought down by no other than number 61, Ben Corkins for the Broncos D-line.
Ben Corkins looks fired up after making that tackle. And that is it from Meerman Stadium.
Your Broncos win this game over the Sparta Spartans. Coopersville 40, Sparta 14. We'll be back after this short message here on Bronco Radio.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Southside Bar and Grill, located at 229 West Randall Street in Coopersville. Every Tuesday night is $2 tacos. Log on to the website, southsidebarcoopersville.com, and see what other items they have available on their menu. Then you can conveniently place your order online. Check out their patio for these nice fall nights. Check out their Facebook page for all the latest meal deals they have. That is Southside Bar and Grill.
And we're back here on the Coopersville Broncos radio postgame show. I'm Bo Harris. Besides me, Caleb Ashby and Scott Morgan. First of all, I'd like to thank Scott for allowing us to come back. This was a very fun one to call. Coopersville got the win 40-14, and we have some postgame awards to talk about. I'll start us off here. AAA Lawn Care Offensive Player of the Game. You could give it to the entire offense. You could give it to Jaden Timmons, Annan Arnold, Ben Skinner. I'm not giving it to any of them. Run the ball. The Broncos offensive line's taking away this one. They pounded people all night. I'll give it to all 5 of the Broncos offensive linemen. Up next, Painterman Defensive Player of the Game. It's going to go to Colton Rebedew. He was making tackles. He was making plays. He even got an interception. And I mean, the kid flies around. He loves to hit. Defensive player, loves football, and he deserved the Painterman Defensive Player of the Game.
All-pro plumbing hit of the game, Kofi Biney. You know, we were calling him all night long, and he didn't win Defensive Player of the Game, but he had a couple huge collisions at the defensive end spot, and that is our all-pro plumbing hit of the game.
Yeah, and Kofi Biney laid a couple hits that could have been in the running for all-pro plumbing hit of the game. So, I mean, we can't just highlight one because there was multiple.
Next up, we have our Coopersville Hardware and Feed catch of the game. We're going to have to go with Jaden Timmons' touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Bo Harris had a little bit of influence on this one as he did call it right as it happened, or right before it happened, which was quite incredible. But yes, again, our Coopersville Hardware and Feed catch of the game was Jaden Timmons' touchdown in the back right corner of the end zone.
Yeah, up next, we will take the Coopersville Dental Associates Perfect Smile Award. And although it might not be good for your smile, it's good for the Broncos defense. We're going to give it to the Cookie Monster, Jason Monroe. He is constantly down there high-fiving his teammates. I mean, there was a play. He didn't make the tackle, but he chest bumped the Kofi Biney next to him, gave him a high five, fired him up. And that's what you love to see as a true leader on the field. And that's what Jason Monroe is. And that's why he earned the Coopersville Dental Associates Perfect Smile Award. Up next, the Cortade Body Shop collision of the game. We talked about this play 3, maybe 4 times tonight. There was a nice little play to the outside to Ben Skinner, and there was pancakes by both Durston and Jacob Bubba Amaral on it. I mean, what more could you ask for? I know Coach Kamen was down there just laughing. He was smiling. He was probably clapping for him because Durston and Bubba played a great game, but that play really stood out to me, and that earned them the Cortade Body Shop collision of the game.
And our final one, the Diane Kamen Memorial Award, goes to Devin Keitlinger. You know, D-Cut, as we call him, had a great game. You know, he was calling in plays. He was making touchdown-saving tackles. He was just everywhere tonight for the Broncos. Great game to Devin Keitlinger, and that is our Diane Kamen Memorial Award.
Yeah, and of course the Bo and Caleb play of the game went to Jaden Timmons on the 99-yard touchdown on the kick return. So that was big there for the Broncos, kind of to just seal the deal. And I mean, I'm sure Coach Kamen would have been happy if he just fair caught it and they took a knee, but I know Jaden Timmons was like, I'm getting in the end zone one more time, and that's what he did after a 99-yard kick return.
What a play by Jaden Timmons.
Yeah, and again, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Again, thank you to Scott for having us. Me and Caleb definitely enjoyed this one. Can't wait to get back on the air. It won't be next week, but in a few weeks. And that's definitely going to be exciting. So thank you, Caleb, for joining me. Thank you, Scott, for having us. And until next time, go Broncos.
Definitely, gentlemen.
Go Broncos.
Definitely, gentlemen. We wish you both luck for tomorrow night to see if we can't continue this winning streak that the Broncos have been on, both the freshman and JV team, able to show us what needs to be done out there on the field. And I'm pretty confident you guys will take that lead and continue on with that as well. So congratulations. Good luck. Thank you very much. And, folks, tune in tomorrow night here on Michigan Sports Radio. We'll be bringing it to you live. We're hoping to have some video. We'll let everybody know at that point in time. It's always questionable here or there. But keep listening. We'll be back in a couple weeks with these two gentlemen as the Broncos continue the winning ways here on Broncos Radio YouTube channel. Thanks, folks. Have a good night.